Yo, what's going on with you? Thank you for joining me today. Once again, I told y'all, you're going to be seeing my face a lot. So I want to talk a little bit about this iLoveMakonnen story, right? If you guys don't know what's going on. First of all, iLoveMakonnen. You recognize the name? Well, if you don't, let's play the song. Going up on a Tuesday. Yo, this used to be my shit, okay? This used to be my jam. This song came out in 2014, crazy. So Makonnen, he blew up with this record back in 2014 featuring the boy Aubrey, okay? Jimmy Boy, right? Drake himself. Iconic song, legendary record, ahead of its time. Ahead of its time, 1,000,000%, right? 1,000%. So Makonnen, he essentially came out and he kind of exposed the rap game in a lot of ways, right? And just the entertainment business in general. And I want to have this conversation because I think it's important, especially for like all my artists out there. This is the video you're going to want to watch, right? You're going to want to hear this, right? So let me fill you in on what's going on. So iLoveMakonnen, the other day, he came out and he did something that I'm not a big fan of, which is publicizing private conversations with people, right? And things that go on between you and other people, right? I'm not a fan of that. I think the best approach is you don't take that route. You don't go that route. You don't, screenshot conversations you've had with someone and put it on the internet, because it don't really matter why. You just don't do that. I mean, that's like a absolute last resort. You gotta do it for some reason, right? But I never recommend this, especially as someone who's trying to build a business. It's better to put business at the forefront and feelings on the back end. Because if you want to make money, if you want to be successful, people see that you're the kind of person who's quick to jump to social media to expose things, right? What's going to happen is people are not going to want to do business with you. It is what it is, right? I mean, I wouldn't really want to do business with someone who's like exposing private conversations. It is what it is. However, that aside, I think it's important to talk about what happened. It's an important story in my opinion, right? Because this involves an artist who essentially, okay, let me actually fill you in before I take it there. So the other day, iLoveMakonnen, and by the way, did I say it? I don't know if I said it, but he blew up back in 2014 with the record Tuesday, right? Club going up on a Tuesday. Club going, that record's so hard, I love it. But Makonnen has kind of been, he hasn't been that relevant, right? And the last couple years, I mean, he has a fan base and all, but he hasn't been at the forefront of the industry. But the other day he came out and he essentially exposed, so he exposed, quote unquote, exposed, right? So he came out and exposed some private conversations, or should I say lack of private conversations, with him and Post Malone, Metro Boomin, and Sway Lee. So just some backstory as to why this is relevant. So recently Makonnen, he's been hanging out with NBA YoungBoy, okay? Him and YoungBoy, they've been like friends for like years, apparently. I didn't know that. But Makonnen has kind of been going viral because he's hanging out with YoungBoy, who's like, YoungBoy's one of those guys, he doesn't really mess with a lot of people, right? He doesn't mess with the industry. Right now, I think YoungBoy's on house arrest, right? And he's in Salt Lake City, Utah, right? Like his big ass crib with like millions of cars. But Makonnen has been hanging out with YoungBoy. I think he dropped a record with him the other day recently, but anyway, so they've been hanging out, they've been kicking it as homies, right? And Makonnen, he came out and he essentially jumped on Instagram and he called out Post Malone, Metro Boomin, and Sway Lee for essentially abandoning him and not responding to his messages when he wanted to talk to them. So this is what Makonnen said, right? He said, "I'm him and I've been here. I ain't do shit to y'all. Y'all turned y'all back on me and held hands together, unfollowed me and everything. Now y'all see me with YoungBoy, the realest nigga on earth, and start hitting me up like it's all good. Damn, that shit painful to see, especially after we came up together in Atlanta in 2014. And then on this post, right, Makonnen, he attached a screenshot of him trying to message Metro Boomin. Now on his Instagram post, right, he attached a screenshot from a conversation with a lack of communication with him and Metro Boomin, right? And so he tried to message Metro back on like on June 1st, and then he didn't reply to his story. And then on June 20, same thing. And then Metro Boomin essentially hit him back because he saw that he was hanging out with YoungBoy, right? So like, oh damn, Makonnen is out here now. He hit him back, right? And And then he attached a screenshot of him trying to message Sway Lee. He told him, he was like, happy birthday. And then he was like, yo, and damn, 2018? He was like, yo. And then October, like a week after or something like that, he was an A. He tried to slid in his DMs, right? No response. This was in 2018, right? And then he sent like one of his albums, right? And he didn't get a response until he started hanging out with Youngboy. And then Sway Lee was like, new shit, hard fool. And then we have Post Malone, right? Posty, right? Makonnen tried to message Post Malone on November 2nd. He was like, hi, can I come to your show tomorrow? Question mark in Portland, LOL. Probably never gonna see this, heartbreak. Now this was in November, and then July 21st. Oh, he actually tagged him though. I mean, this is different. And plus, like, Post Malone, he's like a busy guy, right? Post Malone's like super busy, so busy. And obviously all these other artists that I mentioned, they're busy too, but don't focus on that. I just want to have a conversation about the industry, and it's an important conversation. Stick with me. Anyway, Post Malone said, I love you so much, Dad. I miss you. Dad, thank you for the love. When we gonna jam? ? So essentially, Makonnen put up this post as a way to kind of expose, like, yo, y'all didn't hit me back until I'm on the scene now, right? I'm popping up now and that's thanks to Youngboy. And shout out to Youngboy, because Youngboy has nothing to gain from hanging out with Makonnen. And for that, I say that Youngboy is real. Like, Youngboy's always struck me as the kind of guy who never played industry politics. He's just like a solid, guy from that perspective, right? So salute to Youngboy for bringing some type of attention. Makonnen, I'm literally making this video now, right? I want to have a little conversation about the industry. And here's the thing, right? The music industry, the entertainment business, whatever you want to call it. One of the things that you got to realize, and I don't think Makonnen realizes this. And by the way, I don't know, they were probably busy. I understand, right? They were busy. That's not the point I'm trying to make. But this is very true though. This is what I want to say, right? You're only especially in the music business, in the music industry, right? This is really important to realize this. Anyone who's trying to make it in the business, who's in the business, you got to keep in mind that you're only as valuable as what you can offer, right? You're only as valuable as what you can offer. Now, why is this important? Well, because you got to keep in mind that the love that you're getting in the industry, when you're in the industry and you're hot in the industry, it's conditional, and it's only based on what you can offer. If you got nothing to offer, they not gonna want you. They don't want to jump on your records. They don't want to be posted up with you on the gram. They don't care about you. And this is something that actually turns a lot of people away from the music industry, right? The reason why a lot of artists stay independent is because they don't like dealing with the industry politics, and they don't like to deal with the fakeness that comes with the industry. Because the music industry, man, if you're not prepared for what comes with the industry, you're gonna be in for a rude awakening, because this shit is all conditional. I'm telling you, this shit is so conditional, it's not even funny. And the issue is when you don't have the perspective of, okay, I'm getting in these rooms, okay, I'm getting all this love, okay, I'm actually getting this feature, I'm opening up for this artist, or I'm getting all these looks because of what I'm offering. You're gonna be in a place of delusion, because you're gonna forget that all that you're getting is only coming because of what you have. So don't ever kid yourself. Makonnen, by the way, if you're listening to this, by the way, Makonnen, there's not a lot of people who are gonna be making a video on this, so I just want to say this: you real as hell, bro. Makonnen is real, because Makonnen is doing him, authentically him. I'll fuck with Makonnen based off that. I think he's solid just based off that. He's not pretending to be. There's so many rappers who just pretend to be something that they're not. And I salute guys like Makonnen because he's unapologetically himself. People throw so many things, say so many things about him because of his appearance, how he acts, he's fruity, he's this. He's him. You know what's worse than being fruity or sassy? A fake ass nigga. That's worse. Makonnen is not fake, he's himself. And I just want to send that love to him because it's important. We gotta encourage these artists, man. Like, you gotta keep in mind that a lot of artists, this is important. This is really an important point, right? Sometimes artists fall off because there's not a lot of people trying to offer them any help. Some of the hottest rappers in the game right now are staying hot because people are coming to them trying to help them, prop them up. Why? Because they obviously see value in helping them. See, nobody helps you because they just want to help you in the music industry, right? They help you because they see that there's a return on that investment. So it's like investing into stocks. You put some in, expect something back in the future. So a guy like Makonnen has a guy like Youngboy, who's a solid cat. Shout out to Youngboy. He has like a guy like Youngboy who's showing him love, who's putting him on his platform because Youngboy is just a solid cat. And then he might have some other, and I'm not necessarily talking about Sway Lee, Post, or Metro, right? I don't know the extent of that relationship apart from what I saw. I'm just saying, just in general, he might have a lot of people who are reaching out to him right now because now he's in the spotlight. And I remember one time I had this conversation with a friend of mine, and this is we were talking about this kind of conversation where people start to flock towards you because of success or what you have. And I told him, I said, a lot of times people only see your value when your name is attached to a celebrity. Couldn't be more true. And a lot of artists realize this too late because they think that when they're getting love and they're on top, which is, and it's really an illusion. What is on top? On top is subjective. You might feel like you're on top, but take away the connections and you have nothing. That's why it's really important to stand on your value as an artist. Stand on your value as an artist. Focus on your fan base. Don't, even if you're in the industry, say fuck the industry, because the industry is fake. As soon as the industry can't milk you for what you have, as soon as they see no value in you, they're gonna discard you like they discarded Makonnen. And when I say this, what I just said, it's not necessarily about these DMs. I'm saying when an artist goes from hot to they're not so hot, they lose out on the help that they're getting that allowed them to become hot, because no one wants to help a person who actually wants help. People want to help based on what they can get, right? And that's the thing that just leaves a lot of artists in the industry very jaded, right? And I'm not saying this to like make anybody, not want to be in the industry or make anybody feel like the industry is a bad place. No, that's not what it is. The industry is just the industry. And you got to make sure, you got to keep your eyes open. Boom, keep your fucking eyes open and realize that all this stuff is built on conditions. What can you provide? Can I get something from me adding to what you got going on? If I can't get anything, you're not going to get any help. So keep your eyes open, right? And realize that a lot of times it is actually fake love. Because the second you fall off, the second you're not the hottest thing on the planet anymore, all those people who were around you, they're not really with you. They're just around you. Fabulous, he has a really, really powerful line from one of his records featuring Jadakiss, right? And he says, niggas wasn't really with me, they was just around me. Niggas wasn't really with me, they was just around me. So a lot of our favorite artists, right? And these kinds of stories, they're gonna come to surface like 3-4 years down the road. It always does, right? But a lot of our favorite artists, they got people around them, but those people aren't actually with them. A lot of your favorite entertainers. Like, here's the thing. You can be in an industry, but don't become industry. It's all an illusion. It's all perception. Make sure that it's built on something real, and make sure that when you're in the business, you're there for business. You're not there to make friends. I mean, Drake does have, no friends in the industry, my brothers be my... And Drake is kind of like a funny example to use because, Drake... I ain't gonna say nothing about Drake right now, but, Drake is Drake. He's a machine, right? So you gotta do what's best for him. But that's what I want to say for this video. And Makonnen, by the way, if you're listening, he might be watching this actually. Makonnen, I fuck with you, bro. I fuck with you, man. So shout out to Makonnen. And, he kind of, I guess he saw the, I guess, dark side of the rap game, right? All this is not real. Like, don't kid yourself. Like, as long as you stop being valuable to people, they're not gonna mess with you, man. They're not gonna mess with you. It is what it is. So just don't be delusional and just realize that this is built on what you can provide. And if you can't provide anything, deuces. That's what they're gonna say to you. So anyway, curious to hear what you have to say about this topic. iLoveMakonnen, right? He's a rapper who blew up a few years back with the record Tuesday featuring Drake. And he recently came out and he was kind of mad that they're messing with him now when he was trying to hit him up before. Because like now he's hanging out with Youngboy and he got some traction now. That's what happens when you got traction, man. They all start to come around. They start to circle back. You know how it is. You know how it is. But what you think about this, I'm curious what you have to say about this. And yeah, you let me know in the comment section below. And told you, you're going to be seeing more of me. I'm going to start popping out like this because I'm really enjoying this. I'm getting real comfortable. I'm just getting started. I'm getting started. Anyway, I'm out, okay? Peace.